Rishikesh, we were shooting in, so that was really, really hot that time. It was 45 degrees and we were shooting in the sun. Everyone was getting heat strokes and all. But Mr. Bachchan अपना बैठे हैं, कुर्सी लगा के, उनको कुछ नहीं होता है. All the kids are like, oh my God, how do we sit here? And Mr. Bachchan is all cool. So I think that's one thing you got to learn from that man. The sheer persistence and perseverance he has in, shooting something. It's beautiful.
So hi everyone, joining us on midday.com, we have Pavail Gulati, who you have seen on OTT as well as movies, and he has some exciting projects. And as we know, you have been shooting for Faadu with Ashwini Iyer Tiwari, and it sounds very exciting. You were in Serbia for the shoot, so please tell us about how that project is shaping up.
Yeah, Serbia was very, very, very cold. So I've never seen snow in my life, right? और मैं अपनी मम्मी को हमेशा बोलता था कि I've never seen snow in my life. And thankfully, to the career that I have, I get to go places and see new places. So the first time I saw snow, and I would not recommend it shooting in snow because it's so cold. And you start shivering and मतलब मुझे समझ में आता dialogue कैसे बोलूँगा, मतलब इतना shiver कर रहा था. But the crew was damn nice, and it's a beautiful place. And obviously, it's a series and a part that's very, very close to my heart. It was really, really fun shooting it. We finished it now, but it was damn good fun shooting with Ashwini ma'am and the whole crew. Soumya Joshi has written it, so it was just beautiful. And Sayami, Abhilash, and all the other actors, it was just fantastic to work with.
And Ashwini, as we know, she has some wonderful work behind her. So, how was it working with her, and what was that process?
It was very easy working with her. All the people that we think in that legacy of work, I think the more they work, the more easy they become in terms of because they know, they've seen it all, they've done it all. So it's much easier to collaborate with people. Then you can work together. They're not stressed about how it's going to turn out because they know they know their craft very, very well. One of the most exciting projects I've worked on. So it was just lovely working with her. She gives you a lot of confidence as an actor, which, kind of helps every actor out. Also, Dobaaraa is coming 19th August. That's my film with Anurag Kashyap. So that's going to come out 19th August. And that's a really, really cool film. I'm waiting on the trailer to drop, but that's going to be a very, very exciting film because that's the first time a film like that, of that genre is coming to India. And also we're opening at the London Film Festival. It's the opening film for London Film Festival.
And Goodbye is another project that's, being spoken about. So if you'd like to tell us about that.
Goodbye is like, one of the big films that I've done. It's a comedy, it's a drama. And obviously I'm working with Mr. Bachchan and Vikas Behr. So Sunil Grover's also in it. So it's just beautiful to work with these people. Obviously, you learn a lot from these people, but just to collaborate with them is so much fun. Being, great actors themselves, by Mr. Bachchan sir being Mr. Bachchan himself, but he is just a fun ball of energy on set. I mean, learning apart, everybody learns from Mr. Bachchan, but it's just too much fun with him. To hear his stories and to collaborate on scenes with him, to improvise with him. It's just beautiful. And Goodbye also, I think, will connect with a lot of people. It's beautifully written. Vikas has a magic in the way he writes, right? He has his way with words. And me and Mr. Bachchan sir have also discussed a lot about how the writing is so pure and how the writing is so beautiful and how is it so funny at the same time. तो वो पिक्चर करने में मजा बहुत आया. But Rishikesh, we were shooting in, so that was really, really hot that time. It was 45 degrees and we were shooting in the sun. Everyone was getting heat strokes and all. But Mr. Bachchan अपना बैठे हैं, कुर्सी लगा के, उनको कुछ नहीं होता है. All the kids are like, oh my God, how do we sit here? And Mr. Bachchan is all cool. So I think that's one thing you got to learn from that man is the sheer persistence and perseverance he has in, shooting something. It's beautiful.
And of course, all of us have grown up on his films, so it can be quite intimidating when you're facing him and playing his son that too.
So I've worked with him before. In 2013 में मैंने एक series किया था called Yudh on Sony. So that time also I played his son. He played my father there. So I always have a comfort with him because after that also we used to उनकी Diwali parties पे or something we would meet, and he's always been really, really kind and really giving. As a person, कई बार you feel like why is he so nice and why is he so giving? I'm nobody for him to give two hoots about, but he's just been kind, and he's just been such a lovely co-actor. When he's on set, you will not see him acting or doing something like, oh my God, Mr. Bachchan, Mr. Bachchan. He is just another co-actor, and he's brilliant in that. And I think that's what's so admirable about him. That's why we're so comfortable working with him, because he's just an honest actor by the end of it. He loves being an actor. And I think because of that, all the other actors and the whole crew kind of enjoys working on the project as well.
And like you said, you've done everything from web series to TV to films, of course. And the lines are blurring. It's not only about, films that you have to do these days. People are open to all mediums, and the popularity is almost the same. So how do you look at the scenario?
It's the content that will matter by the end of it. लोगों को पसंद आएगा तो किसी form में भी हो, they'll take it. I mean, there are Instagram stars now, there are YouTube stars now. So you really can't tell. I think it's the originality and the conviction in the content that really matters. Very hard question to actually say what lines are. Rather, lines are only between content, not in the kind of stream you go for.
And you also have worked behind the scenes before turning actor. So you have been an assistant casting director and a director as well. So so how did that change happen?
That was to earn bread and butter, firstly. Bombay is not a cheap place to live in, and I don't come from a background of a lot of money. So पैसा भी कमाना है, खाना भी खाना है, gym भी जाना है, acting classes भी करनी है. So that was important, but also that I'm a person who can't sit idle. So when I wasn't getting a lot of acting work and stuff, so I decided I'm not going to sit at home. I don't like that. So I would always be doing something or the other creatively, be it editing a short film or assisting a casting director, aiding on ads. So I still can't sit at home. Like right now, I'm prepping for my next one. So I have like 3 weeks off, and I'm just my head is going crazy because I just can't be at home.
Yeah,
it's really annoying not to work.
Yeah.
I'm working, but it's still not that kind of work,
But do you feel having all that experience, it comes handy today when you are facing the camera, because obviously you have knowledge of behind the scenes and almost every department. So.
Of course, any kind of knowledge or any kind of job you do, I think somewhere sooner or later that will come into handy. It's the way you absorb things, and everything will come. Anything you learn on and off camera will one day come into existence for you to kind of reach out. So it's just a bank that you create, and you keep on creating that bank, and then later, whenever you feel like you want to use it, you use it.
All right, it was lovely having you. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you so much.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.